Lookism, a South Korean drama fantasy and action manhwa, is suddenly becoming extremely popular in India. So, in today's video, we are going to break down why Lookism is blowing up in India and what are responsible factors for this sudden rise in popularity. Lookism is a South Korean manhwa written by Park Tae-jun, also known as PTJ. It started publishing in 2014 on the Webtoon platform, which is one of the biggest manhwa platforms in the world. Although Lookism has existed for almost a decade, in India its popularity has skyrocketed in just the last 2-3 years. If you are someone who hasn't heard about Lookism yet, don't worry, I'll explain it in a simple and spoiler free way. The story follows Daniel Park Hyung Suk in Korean, a fat, weak student who is constantly bullied in school because of his appearance and social status. One night, something unbelievable happens. He suddenly gains a second body, a body that is perfect in every possible way. Daniel soon realizes that when he sleeps in one body, he wakes up in the other. Both bodies existed at the same time. Using these two bodies, Daniel starts navigating life, society, and its harsh realities. On the surface, this might sound like a typical fantasy manhwa plot, but in reality, Lookism goes much deeper. It deals with themes like bullying, body shaming, harassment, social inequality, rich versus poor, beauty standards, dark reality of society, and it does all this within a school setting very naturally and powerfully. This brings us to the first major reason behind its popularity. The early chapters of Lookism strongly focus on reflecting real life societal problems. Characters like Daniel are judged for their looks, bullied by strong or richer people, treated unfairly simply because of their appearance or background. Sadly, this creates a huge relatability, especially among teenagers. In real life, many people, not just in India but all over the world, face similar issues daily. And in today's era of social media, where influencers constantly show a perfect lifestyle, insecure teenagers are easily affected and demotivated. Lookism highlights unrealistic beauty standards, social discrimination, mental and physical harassment. It also exposes the dark side of the Korean entertainment industry, where people go through extreme pressure, abuse, and exploitation just to get one big opportunity. In India, we can easily relate this to acting industries, modeling, influencer culture. People appear perfect on camera, but very few know what happens behind the scenes. Lookism shows all of this brutally and honestly. However, the relatability alone isn't enough, and this leads us to the second major reason. Characters like Daniel Park and Vasco didn't become fan favorites just because they were weak or bullied. They become fan favorites because they never gave up. Daniel, even after getting a second body, didn't become fully dependent on it. Instead, he trained his original body, worked hard, slowly became stronger both physically and mentally. Vasco, a character with one of the darkest pasts in the series, had no special powers, had no second body, and had nothing handed to him. Yet he built himself from nothing purely through discipline, effort, and determination. And it's not just Vasco. Zackley, Gun Park, and many other characters all show different versions of growth, hard work, and self improvement. Yes, the transformations are exaggerated and unrealistic at times, but the core message remains powerful. Don't give up, keep grinding, improve yourself. This kind of motivation resonates strongly with Indian audiences, especially young readers. But not everyone reads Lookism for lessons. Many people are there for pure fun, which brings us to the third reason. Initially, Lookism focuses on school life, social issues, small scale fights. But later on, the manhwa completely shifts direction. It transforms from lookism to what fans now jokingly call gangism. The story starts revolving around gang wars, street fights, crime organizations, brutal combat, and let's be honest, in India, where people grow up watching action movies, especially Southern Indian action films, this kind of content is extremely appealing. Lookism delivers intense fight scenes, aura moments, emotional clashes, strategic street fights, and PTJ manages to convey all of this just through manhwa panels, which is impressive. Even the antagonists are memorable. Gun Park teaches discipline and loyalty. Johan Seong shows the harsh reality of loneliness. James Lee and Eugene represent perfection, intelligence, and manipulation. Each character adds depth, thrill, and excitement. It feels like an anime experience without animation. And speaking of anime, the Lookism anime adaptation also played a role in boosting its popularity. It had good fight choreography, introduced new audiences to the series, become one of the few anime with an official Hindi dub, which significantly helped Indian viewers connect with it. But entertainment alone wasn't the big reason. The biggest contribution comes from our final point. The Indian content creators played a massive role in Lookism's popularity. Creators like Sky of Light, Super Paradise, UIUG, and many others started posting fan theories, chapter breakdowns, power scaling, character analysis. This built a strong community around Lookism. Then big anime creators like Vyuk, who explained manhwa chapters like anime episodes, made Lookism explode in popularity. Short form editors also contribute massively by creating character edits, fight edits, aura moments. These edits went viral on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and other platforms, bringing in thousands of new readers. Ironically, PTJ doesn't seem to like this much, as many creators have faced copyright strikes and claims. But despite that, the damage, or rather the growth, was already done. So, we can't pinpoint just one single reason behind Lookism's popularity in India, but the major factors are relatability, inspiration, entertainment, creators, and editors. And at the end of the day, Lookism should be read for entertainment, for motivation to hard work, not to follow the wrong actions shown in the story. So, if you haven't read Lookism yet, give it a try. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.